and types of force. So last time we had discussed what is force, what is work, what is energy. Okay, what is force? The energy. Every day we perform different activities. Okay, generally every day we are performing different types of activities. That activities require some force. Okay, when you push the table from one place to another, what is required? Force is required. Okay, so force is basically known as displacement of the object taken place with the help of force. Okay, and now in this lesson we are going to see what is force, what are the different types of force. For that purpose you should know what is force. So according to the term, what is force? A strength or the energy attributes the physical action or movement is called as a force. Now I told you that whether if I want to change the sofa's place from, I don't want the arrangement in the hall of the sofa in the same place. So what would I do? I will try to apply some force and do the arrangement in the way which I want. But for that activity, for changing the place or the motion is required. Okay, that motion is called as force. So when I am trying to displace one thing from one place to another, that with applying force, so that is called as a force. Now this force requires energy. So now what is energy? Now the for displacing the sofa from one place to another, what would I require? Energy. So ability to do the work is called as a energy. So what is my work? To change the place of the sofa. So with the help of physical action, what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the place of sofa from one place to another with the help of force. And when the force is going to be applied, when I am going to apply some energy to it. So the ability to perform the work is called as energy. So whatever work I am doing, that work requires energy. Okay, that is known as force. So whatever force is completed with the help of physical action or movement is called as a force. I hope you got with the term of force. Now what is work? Now as you all know that some activities are given you online, offline, that do complete the work. For example, the activity of completing your CW book and HW book was given to you. So this is the work which is allotted to you. This is the work which is allotted to you by the school. So now how you're going to complete that work? You are going to physically and mentally sit in one place, and you are going to put your efforts to complete that work to achieve a result. What is your achievement here? Your achievement is to complete the CW and HW books. And when the achievement will be done, when you sit physically and mentally at one place and you put up some energy or efforts from your side to complete that thing, is called as work. Okay, so I hope you understood all the three terms, that is force, works and energy. So these are correlated to each other. Without this, any of the thing cannot be completed. Okay, as I told you that physical action or movement is done in the, is called as a force. So when you change the place of change the arrangement in your hall, that is done with the help of physical action or the movement. Okay, when you are doing some movement from one place to another, that time that is said to be work has been force has been done. And when the work is done, when the physical or the mental, when you are getting some target to complete. Okay, what is your target? To complete your CW book and HW book. So whatever efforts you are taking to complete that activity is known as the work. And what is your aim? To complete that work. So what you are going to do from your side? You are going to put some efforts to complete that work to get an achievement. So why you are completing the books? For getting good marks. Okay. So what is your achievement? Your achievement is to get good marks in the exam. So what is your target? To complete the books. So you are going to put your efforts, and what is your result? To get the good marks. So in these two things, what is done? The work has been performed. Okay. So let's move forward. Now force. Now force is of two type. One is push type and other is pull type. Now when you are in the school, what happens? You always complain to the teacher. Teacher, he pushed me. He pushed me. Okay. So pushing means what actually? When a person is applying force to move the object away from the body. Away from the body means what? When a force is applied to throw the object away from the body, that is called as push. For example, if anyone is hitting you, what you do? You push him. You try to avoid him. You don't hit me. You are doing this activity in your defense. But someone knowingly pushes you means what does he do? He is moving you away from the place. Okay, he is moving you away from the place. For that purpose, he is pushing you. And pulling means what? You are applying the force on an object to pull towards your body. Okay, for example, when you are drawing water from the well, what you are doing? You are pulling the rope. You are applying the force on the object towards the body. For what? For water, because you are drawing water from the well, and you are filling the bucket, container, or any other thing. So I hope you understood the two different terms that are used in push and pull. So what is force? Generally force is a push or pull or both. Push or pull or both. Okay. There are many examples of push and pull, but generally what you have to remember, what is force? Force is a push and pull type. Okay. Then there are also combination of push and pull. For example, playing guitar, scrubbing the floor, say swaying water, rowing the boat. So here what we are doing, we are pushing also and pulling also. So both the activities of push and pull are working together when you are applying the force. Okay, basically force is a push and pull, or you can say both. Okay, I hope you have understood about the force. Now here in the picture, what do you see? The man is trying to push the car, because maybe his car may be stop in between the road and he has to take the car to the garage. So he is trying to apply the force to the car so that he can take the car to the garage. So he is applying which type of force? Pulling. Second thing, here the dog does not want to go home, but the boy is pulling him. He's forcing him to come with the boy. So this is also the type of pulling force. Now here in the third picture, you can see the boy is kicking the ball. Now here kicking. Now here you can see the force is applied towards itself. So it is called as push. But when the object is moved away from the body, that time it does not become push. It becomes pull. Okay. Here pushing example you have seen, pulling example you are seeing. Again, the third example is also of pulling. Now here actually what happens when push and pull forces are obtained, the change of the motion of an object takes place. Means what? The object is moved from one place to the another, which requires force. For example, the man is applying force for on the car to move from one place to another. What is his achievement? What is his work? To take the car to the garage. Now car cannot move on its own, so what should be applied on it? force should applied on it. So man is applying the force on the car to change the motion. Now change the motion means to change the place from one place to another. That is called as change in motion. So here when you are applying the force, there is a change in motion. Whenever you apply the force, what happens? Change in motion takes place. For example, when you hit the ball, what happens? The ball goes to the other direction. That means what happened? The change in the motion has take place. The ball was towards you, but when you kick it or hit it, what happens? It goes away from you. So what happened? The displacement of the ball has been taken place with the help of you, which requires force. Okay. Now here we have seen different types of force. Now what are the different types of force? Frictional force, gravitational force, magnetic force, applied force, buoyant force, tension force, drag force, and spring force. So there are different types of forces that we are going to see. So now here you can see the man is hitting the iron rod. Now what is why does he hits the iron rod? To give, to change the shape of an object, to give the shape to the object. For giving shape to the object, what he is doing, he is applying the force, he is hammering. He is hammering the iron rod. So what happens when he is hammering? What happens? The force is applied by him on the object to change the to change the shape. So force is necessary to change the shape of an object. If he does not apply the force, what will happen? Will the object change the shape of its on its own? No, it will not change. So why the object changes the shape? Because force is applied on it. Okay. Now we are going to see the different types of force. From that, the first type of force is muscular force. Now muscular force means what? The force which is resulting due to the action of the muscles. Now you must have seen that your brothers, your father must be going in the gym. Why they are going in the gym? For building muscles. Okay, they are doing some, performing some activities which is helping their muscles to grow stronger and healthy. Okay, for that purpose they are going in the gym. So when they are performing some activities or exercise, what happens? The muscles, um, the force is applied on the muscles when they are lifting anything, pulling or pushing anything. What happens? The action of the muscle is seen in the body. Okay, that type of action in of muscles in our body is called as muscular force. When you're lifting anything, when you're pushing or pulling anything, that time what happens? The muscles are getting activated that time. Okay, there is some force applied on the muscles, and when you lift it, the muscular force started acting on the object. Okay, here you have an example of the man who is performing exercise in the gym. He is lifting some object, and you can see the muscles of the man also. So you can see the uh, stretching of the muscles, the contraction and relaxation of the muscles in the muscular force. So this contraction and relaxation of the muscles for performing some activities such as lifting, pulling and pushing is called as muscular force. Okay, I hope you have understood. The next is mechanical force. Now this type of force is applied on by the means of machine, is called as mechanical force. Now here we are not performing any type of force. Muscular force means what? We were applying the force, we were applying the force on our muscles to do the muscular force. But here the force is applied by the means of machine. For example, mixer. You must have seen that your mother is using mixer and washing machine at home. So what does she actually use? she is using a machine. And who is applying the force? The machine is applying the force to complete the work. Okay, if the clothes are washed by hand with your mother, then who is performing the work? Your mother is performing the work with the help of force. But when the washing machine is cleaning the clothes, so who is doing the work? The machine is doing the work. So the force which is applied by the means of machine is called as mechanical force. So here example is of mixer, tractor, swing machine, washing machine. These are the examples of the mechanical force in which machines are used for performing the work. Okay, so the work is done with the help of machine force, that is called as mechanical force. Next is gravitational force. Now, gravitational force means what? The force which is applied by the earth to pull the object towards itself is called as a gravitational force. Now, the term says what? That when you are standing on the ground, what happens? The ground, the earth pull the object towards itself. Means what? When the coconut, from the coconut tree, when the coconut falls down, where it falls down only. Why it falls down? Because there is a gravitational force that is acting on the object. Now what is the object here? The coconut is an object because it is falling from the tree. Now why it is falling on the ground? Because there is a gravitational force applied from the earth to the coconut. So the earth is pulling the coconut towards itself. So the pulling of the object towards itself is called as a gravitational force. Now the another example is that the mango fruit is falling from the tree. That is also same like the coconut tree. Now when you throw the ball high in the air and then again you catch it, what happens here? The gravitational force acts on the ball. When you throw up, it goes with the force in the up, and when it returns back, then the gravitational force acts on it, and the earth tried to pull the object towards itself, so it comes down back again towards the earth. Okay, this is also one of the example we are of the gravitational force. Now even when we are walking on the ground, that time also we are pulled by the earth towards itself. So only we are standing erect on the earth. Imagine if there was not gravitational force, can we walk on the ground? No, we must have float in the air. Okay, so if there was no gravitational force, what would happen? We won't walk. We must be flying on in the air. So there is a gravitational force in the earth that pulls the object towards itself. That's why we are standing on the earth and we can walk, run, or jump on the ground. Even the car, even the car